大家好 Welcome back to Edupedia World Videos. We are now at lesson 26, which will begin on talking about airport. So for now, you have learned quite a lot of things about Chinese, including eating, traveling, and now we are going to talk about traveling abroad. So as you're traveling abroad, you need to know the boarding procedures. So in this lesson, I'm going to introduce you the vocabularies you encounter as you are boarding in an airport. In future lessons, we'll talk more about the other things in airport. But for this lesson, let's focus on boarding procedures. Okay, so this lesson involves a dialogue between Bing Bing and Xiaoming. The title is 冰冰和小明的对话. Bing Bing first started the conversation. She said, I'm going overseas tomorrow. This will be my first time flying. 冰冰说，明天我明天要出国了，这是我第一次搭飞机。And Xiaoming says, Really? Do you know the boarding procedures? 小明问，真的吗？你知道登机手续吗？ Bing Bing answers, Not very clear. 冰冰说，不是很清楚。I'm gonna pause this conversation for now because we have quite a few new words here. So let's look at the individual sentences. So as usual, let's start with the title. It involves a dialogue between Bing Bing and Xiaoming. In Mandarin, it is 冰冰和小明的对话. There's no new words here, but only new usage of words. So Bing Bing is a name. Okay, I know it's ice, as I told you before, but these two words together, it is person's name. And if you know some Chinese actress name, it is commonly used among them. So for this one, I felt that it's good to know that Bing Bing is a name and is commonly used in Chinese girls. And Xiaoming is a name. Okay, it is a very common name. It is often used in textbooks in Chinese. Okay, so it's like the default name for Chinese. So I felt that it's the time that you know what's the default name for Chinese. Alright, so it is Xiaoming. So you have learned all these words already. The grammar structure is just a two persons dialogue. Alright, so let's move on the actual dialogue that we have. First, Bing Bing started the conversation. She says, I'm going overseas tomorrow. In Mandarin, it is 我明天要出国了. No new words here, just a few new usage of the words that you have learned. 我明天 should be really straightforward. It's like I tomorrow. And then 出国 means going overseas. Okay, 出 it means out. So 国 means country. So to say 出国 is like out of the country. In other words, it's a verb that saying you are going out of the country. Okay? In other words, in English, it means going overseas. 要 should be pretty straightforward. It's just to say that what's gonna happen. It's like future tense. And then 了 at the end, it just means the word already. In short, it's to say I tomorrow will go out of the country already. Alright? So it is time for her to do some preparation for tomorrow. The fact that she's going overseas is happening tomorrow already, okay? She's been preparing for a long time and finally she's going overseas tomorrow. Okay, so the clause 明天 is placed in front of the verb. It should be really straightforward because it's just to say that she 明天 is the description of time. So therefore, it is placed before the verb 要出国. Let's see what she continues next. So she says, this will be my first time flying. In Mandarin, it is 这是我第一次搭飞机. Okay, so there are quite a few new words here. Let's look at them. So the first one is 第. Okay, 第 it is to say like the ending of a number. Okay, so in other words, it's like trying to say the first time, second time, third, fourth, onwards. So this word has a function of that, like making the number to be to have the ending like this one. Okay, and this is the pinyin 第, and the radical is this one. What's on top there? The arrangement is vertical because you have top and bottom components here. Let's see how to write 第. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, 11 strokes for this word, 第. It is the same pronunciation as the little brother, 弟弟, but then the writing is different. It doesn't have the two strokes here, and then that two is being replaced by the radical here. Alright, so this word shouldn't be too unfamiliar to you. Okay, the next word is 次. 次 means times. Okay, so for example, you want to say I've been there 3 times. Okay, so that's the times that I'm referring to. It's not related to the time as in o'clock or minutes. Okay, so whenever you want to say I've been there like 10 times, I've done it 7 times, so this is the times that you will want to use. Okay, this is the pinyin 次, and the radical is this one. What's on the right there? So the arrangement is horizontal because you have left and right components. Let's look at how to write 次. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 6 strokes for this word, 次. The whole sentence, 这是我第一次搭飞机. I'll explain what it means. Okay, so 第一次 is to mean first time. Okay, 第一 is to say first. For example, you achieved the first place in your class, you can say 第一. And then 次, as I said, is time. So to say 第一次 is to say first time. And then 搭, as you have learned, it is used in taking a vehicle, which including taking a bus or taking a train or a car. But this word is used as to get on board on an airplane. Okay, and it includes ships as well. Okay, let's look at the next new word. The next new word is Fei. Fei means fly. Okay, this is the pinyin Fei, and the radical is itself, so the arrangement is simple. Let's look at how to write Fei. 1 2 3. Okay, just 3 strokes for this word, Fei. Okay, so 第一次 means first time. Okay, as I said, 第一 it means first. Okay, 第 is to give the number 1, 一 a quality of being first. Okay, so 第一 means first. So whenever you want to say you achieved the first place, you can always use this word 第一. And then 次 is time, as I said. So to say 第一次 is to mean first time. And 搭飞机 is to mean flying. Okay, 搭, as you have learned, it is used as in taking a vehicle like a train or a bus. Okay, so this word is also used in taking an aeroplane, boarding or aeroplane, as we say in English. Okay, so 搭 not only to say bus, train, plane, and it also used as in ships. Okay, so 飞机 means aeroplane. Okay, 飞, as I told you just now, it means fly, and then 机 is machine. So 飞机 is like a flying machine, which is the aircraft. 搭飞机 means take the aircraft or boarding the aircraft. Okay, so in other words, in English, it means flying. So the whole sentence, 这是我第一次搭飞机 should be pretty straightforward. It is to say, this is my first time taking aircraft. In other words, it's just to say, this will be my first time flying. So let's see what Xiaoming responds. Xiaoming says, really? Do you know the boarding procedures? In Mandarin, he said, 真的吗？你知道登机手续吗？ Okay, there are quite a few new words here, so let's look at them. The first one is 登. Okay, 登 is to mean board or to step up. For example, you are stepping up to the stage or stepping up to the thrones if you are an emperor. So this is the usage of 登. This is the pinyin 登, and the radical is this one, what's on top there. So the arrangement is vertical because you have top and bottom components. Let's look at how to write 灯. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12. 12 strokes for this word, 灯. The next set of new word is 手. 手 means hand, okay, just the hand that you have, okay, not as in handing something to someone, but the noun property of hand. So this is the pinyin hand, 手. The radical is this one, so it's itself. So the arrangement is simple. Let's see how to write 手. 1、2、3、4. 4 strokes for this word, 手. The next word is 续. 续, it is to mean continuity. Okay, I'll explain in a bit why we are using this word in this sentence. This is the pinyin 续, and the radical is this one, what's on the left there. The arrangement is horizontal because you have left and right components. So let's look at how to write 续. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11. 11 strokes for this word, 续. Okay, so let's look at the whole sentence. 真的吗? As you have learned, 真 it means real. Okay, so 真的吗 it is to ask if certain things is real. Okay, so to say 真的吗 is to ask really. Okay, and then 你明白 should be really straightforward. Okay, you have learned these before. It means you understand. Okay, 登机, as you have learned, 登 is to say board or to step up, and 机 is machine, and in this case it is understood as the aircraft or the aeroplane. So to say 登机, it means to board or step up into the aeroplane or aircraft. So in short, it means boarding. Okay, so 序 is procedures. Okay, so is to mean hand and 序 is to mean continuity. It's like the process that needs to go through by hand. Okay, that needs to get done personally. Okay, so 序 means procedure. Okay, the whole thing 登机手续 means boarding procedures. Okay, so to ask 你明白登机手续吗? It is to mean you understand boarding procedures. Okay, let's look at how Bingbing responds. So she says, not very clear. In Mandarin, it is 不是很清楚. Okay, so the first new word is 清. 清 means clear, so it is to mean the water is clear, that you can see the fish or whatever it is. Okay, this is the pinyin 清, and the radical is this one, what's on the left there. And remember this radical, it is used for water, because as we say clear, we are saying the water is clear, and then it involves water. So that's why we have this radical in this word. Okay. The arrangement is horizontal because you have left and right components. Let's look at how to write 清. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11. 11 strokes for this word, 清. The next new word is 处. 处, it has a number of meaning, which would include pretty or a family name. So I'm not putting anything here, but it is used as in a phrase or a word in this sentence. So just look at the pinyin, it is 处, and the radical is this one of them here. The arrangement is complex because it has top and bottom component, while for the top component it has left and right components. Let's look at how to write 处. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13. 13 strokes for this word, 处. So let's decipher the whole thing. 清楚 means clear. Okay, so to say 不是很清楚 means not very clear. So in other words, it's just to say, well, I don't really understand, or I'm not really sure how it works. So to say not very clear in English, it also makes sense as to say 不是很清楚. Okay, to say that you don't really understand. Alright, so we pause the conversation for now. So these are all the new words that you have learned. So you have learned how to construct first, second, third, fourth, and onwards. And then other than that, you have learned how to say times, like 1 time, 2 times, or 10 times. So you have learned how to say the numbers. And then you have also learned other verbs like fly, boarding, and also procedure. And finally, some other words you have learned, hand and clear. So there are quite a few new words here, and they are very useful in your daily conversations. So this is quite a useful thing for you. Alright. So in the next lesson, as we have seen in this lesson, we have got Bingbing and Xiaoming talking about going abroad. And now, in the next lesson, you expect what is going to happen. Alright, it is for Xiaoming to explain the boarding procedures to Bingbing. So in the next lesson, you'll learn a lot of the vocabulary as it involves boarding procedures in the dialogue. Okay, so thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video, which you'll learn a lot about the vocabulary in the airport. OK， 谢谢，再见。